Mayweather real? Is that? Are you just?
I hear the boy talking. The leak came out, and it was him that leaked the rumor. And I said, he gets 100 million, I get 7 million. That's a pay cut to me. I don't take pay cuts. I thought boxing was where the money was at. The 7 million is absolutely laughable. He's talking 100 million. I'm also talking 100 million. I'm 27 years of age, and I'm just about halfway through a $100 million contract. At 27 years of age, Floyd Mayweather was on Oscar De La Hoya's undercard. So, compare that. Who doesn't want to conquer both worlds? He's getting old now. You know, I have the size, I have the reach, I have the height. I have the youth. He needs me. I don't need him. That's the truth of it. Who else can he fight? He fights someone else in the boxing realm, and it's like, all of a sudden the pay goes from 100 million to 15 million. So, he needs me. So, if he wants to talk, we can talk. But it's me who's in control here.
If this really took place, you're talking about boxing. Boxing as we know it.
Again, I don't really care about rules. He can make all the rules he wants, you know. I know he would not want to fight in a mixed martial arts contest, in a true fight. If you want to fight in a limited fight, that's no problem. We can do that. I will set aside many other forms of fighting that I practice in, and I will focus on one particular craft. I'm in the game of spinning plates. I'm spinning a boxing plate. I'm spinning a taekwondo plate. I'm spinning a jiu-jitsu plate. I'm spinning a freestyle wrestling plate, a karate plate. There's so many spinning plates in this game. If I was to just put all them down and have one boxing plate spinning, it would be like a load off my shoulder.
Let's start with Conor McGregor, because that sounded like Floyd Mayweather. You said you started that rumor yourself. So that sounded like you were looking for a little attention, no?
Well, it's really not a rumor. The fight may happen. You know, we really don't know as of right now. But do I think the fight will happen? Absolutely.
Really? Are we talking a boxing match or an MMA match?
We the A side, of course. It has to be a boxing match, because most fights that Conor McGregor won inside that, you know, inside the octagon, he was a stand-up guy. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be a tough fight for me. So we don't really know as of right now, but it's been a lot of talk, and hopefully we can make the fight happen.
You've beaten the best fighters in the world for 20 years, and you think a guy from MMA is going to give you a tough fight?
He's no pushover. One thing about Conor McGregor, he's no pushover. He fell short in his last bout, but a true champion can always bounce back. So that's a guy that I can't overlook. But you know, no numbers. We haven't picked a venue. We haven't talked about money yet, because that's me. I'm talking
100 million, right?
I'm going to get 100 million.
I got $60 I can contribute right now.
Every time I go out, you know, that's my number. Every time I go out and get inside that square circle, it's 100 million or better.
I believe we actually have two more, because we do have the Joe Rogan statement, and then we have, of course, the Money Mayweather that we're going to go ahead and talk about.
Okay, I see where you're going. Go ahead.
So this is what we're going to go ahead and talk. Now, what's been in talks is Floyd Money Mayweather versus Conor McGregor, of course, in the boxing realm. How do you feel about that?
Well, the way I feel about that, I feel like this is a dream for a UFC fan. I feel like this is a dream for the boxing fans. But if you think about it, does it make sense? That one's a little balanced. I mean, it makes sense as in money in your pockets. Yeah, it makes sense. But does it make sense for the legacy? See, one thing I noticed about both of these fighters, they're true fighters. They're trying to live out a legacy and leave something left behind. I think they're too prideful to really you can't pay any of these guys out. Conor McGregor just flew his camp. For this last fight, he spent $300,000 to bring his whole fight camp. Do you think he's going to want to just go to the boxing world just to get paid?
Absolutely not. I feel like if Conor McGregor actually goes ahead and fights Mayweather, he's going to go in there to try to get the victory. Now, this is what I will say. I will say, because Conor McGregor is entering the round that Pretty Boy Floyd, arguably the greatest boxer of all time. I'm a super fan of Floyd Mayweather. I just feel like it's not a smart move. Yeah, it's a smart move for the UFC to go ahead and get out there as well.
Getting eyes.
But you're entering the realm of one of the greatest boxers to have ever lived. This guy is known as the greatest defensive boxer ever. This is not a smart move for Conor McGregor, because it is not in his realm. He is not a boxer. He is an MMA fighter.
That's true.
I feel like if he's just trying to rack out money and cash out, by
all means, go ahead and make it happen. But the truth is, at the end of that all, ask yourself, does that make sense? Does it make sense?
It makes sense from an organization standpoint. It does not make sense from a fighter standpoint. For someone who is a true fan of the UFC, it does not make too much sense. Yeah, it'll be enjoyable to watch, but
it doesn't make sense in Blanco's opinion. So we'll take this one. We'll just keep this right here. And I believe you said we have one more thing.